So here's a custom coating job that I'm getting ready to do here on this AR. It's going to be a little bit of a distressed look, but what I've done is I've mixed some bright nickel, some burnt bronze, and some Sig dark gray. Bright nickel is the majority component, and that's going to go down as a base layer with a hex pattern stencil. The stencil won't be everywhere. The stencil will be in parts. And as I said, since this is a distressed coating, it's going to get multiple layers on top of it. But it's going to, like I said, I'm kind of experimenting on the job here on this one. We're just going to kind of see how it goes and go from there. So I feel pretty good about the way this is going to turn out. I've been doing some research on the different colors and looking at some other distressed examples, and just kind of extrapolating, looking at a distressed coating job with one set of colors and then looking at another one with another set of colors and kind of extrapolating the two to where you get a good feel for what it would look like. And so that's kind of where I'm at with it. After I do this, I'm going to go back over it with flat dark earth, and then I'm going to do this color that I've mixed up here. Then I'm going to do the flat dark earth, or then I'm going to cure it. Then I'll go over it with the flat dark earth and partially cure, and then I'm going to distress the flat dark earth. I got to turn on my exhauster. It's getting a little stout in here. Then I'm going to remove some of that flat dark earth in strategic areas to give it the distressed look, and then I'm going to go back over it again with probably Armor Black. And Armor Black is just a super flat black color. And that Armor Black will then, for the most part, be removed. Because it will just get left only in certain crevices and cracks and low points and things like that. So the flat dark earth is going to be the main color. So there's that. And this is the hex pattern that we're going to go with. And since this is just the base, I don't really have to worry too much about it being perfect, because I'm just going to, and if you hadn't noticed, that's carbon fiber. I'm just going to come along, and there's only certain areas of it that'll show through, so it's going to be alright. It's going to be alright. It's going to be alright. I forgot to blast this. So I'm going to finish blasting this the last time, and then we'll get to coating. Here's after I put on the very first layer. Like I say, there's nothing real special about it. It's just going to have a little bit of a pattern to it. It's not supposed to be complete. You can see there on the handguard, the pattern's only in certain areas. I mean, it doesn't have to be all special. But you can see the color that yielded. Mainly nickel. It's got a little bit of gold and the Sig dark gray in it. So now I'm going to completely cure this color. Oh, and here's something else. There is one of my takedown or bolt latches. One of the TDCtactical bolt latches. So it's been skeletonized, and it's got the long bar where your finger can rest on, where your left finger can rest on top or underneath. It makes it very easy to actuate. Real good for a left-hand shooter. Here we go. We've this is just the first round of coating on this one, and what you can see, this is just the stencil work that we've done, just in a couple of areas, just a couple of larger areas. You see right there, and a whole lot of this will be covered up. Most of it will be covered up, and then strategically it'll be revealed. So that's the custom color that I mixed. See, we'll get a little light on there. And you can see I put it on a bunch of different pieces. And so there's on the receiver back there. And so we'll proceed now. What it's getting ready to get now is copper brown in a few areas. Some of it will be solid, some of it will be the same stencil, and then that'll be cured, and then we'll do our flat dark earth. Well, here we go. Starting to lose my voice, so bear with me. This is after I've done 2 different layers of the hex stencil. So what we've got here, I'm not sure how well the colors are showing up, but we did the silver first, and then lined up the stencil after that was cured, and I've come back over it with copper brown, and I've done that strategically in different areas, and you can see here, and there's still some carbon fiber showing through. And so now that all this is cured out, I'm going to come back over it with flat dark earth, everything, the whole thing. Then that will be partially cured, and then I will come back and strategically remove some of that flat dark earth, revealing some of this underneath it. You notice how it's not at all perfect. It's not supposed to be. It doesn't have to be, because the majority of it will not be seen. I'll also show a little bit of the carbon fiber, and that carbon fiber will get where I abraded it with aluminum oxide. It will be polished up a little bit so it has a good carbon fiber sheen to it. And so then after I have revealed the different colors and hex pattern underneath the way I want, then that will go into the oven to be completely cured. Then I've got a layer of armor black that's going to go over the top, and it's going to actually be done through a stencil, and so it's just going to be real light work on that, just a little bit of detail work. And then some of it, depending on if I get overspray or something like that on it, will be removed, and then it'll be cured. And then if it needs it, it'll get a clear. It may not need it. We'll see. Excuse the noise here. We got fans and air conditioner going. Here we've got all the color finished up, and what I'm going to do now is tie in this coating with a matte clear, and what that's going to do is really bring everything to life. It's going to make all the different sections and colors and patterns and everything all blend together well.